Why are Ukrainians so beautiful? Well, now stop. I know what you're thinking. You're gonna say, well, there's so many beautiful women around the world. You can find beauty in every place you look at. And I'll agree with you for a second. But the thing is, there's just something about this Ukrainian beauty that makes it being talked about. Okay, hold on a minute. Why did I even decide to make this video? Because I never do this type of stuff before. A couple of days ago, I asked on my Instagram, why are Ukrainian women so beautiful? And it was actually meant to be a compliment and just a rhetorical question. But surprisingly, I got an answer which intrigued me. One of my followers said to me that Ukrainians actually have a mixture of DNA from different backgrounds. And I decided to go on Google to see for myself. So I typed, why are Ukrainians? And the first suggestion I got was so beautiful. So this made me understand that this was a deeply searched question about Ukrainian, and in fact it was the most popular question about Ukrainians on the internet. So I decided to take a deeper dive into this. This is Natalia Martinenko. She has a PhD in history and also a Doctor of Public Medicine. She teaches at Medical University of Kharkiv, which I graduated from. I spent a long time discussing with her, trying to understand the history of the ancient Ukrainians and the answer to my question, why Ukrainians are beautiful.
Perhaps the reason for the special appearance was infusion of other populations: Mongols, Tatars, Turks, Finn, Hungarians, into Slavic life.
I and Natalia actually spoke at length, so all I'm gonna do is try to summarize her answer alongside some personal research I made. During the Neolithic era, or what's known as the New Stone Age, several tribes began to settle around Europe. Some group of those tribes settled in Eastern Europe along the Baltic and Black Sea. They were called the Eastern Slavs. The Eastern Slavs had a ruler whose name was Rurik. One day, two of Rurik's men, Askod and Dir, on their way to Constantinople, discovered a small city on a hill, which is known today to be modern-day Kiev. They captured it and its surrounding cities. In this Kiev region were a group of tribes called the Polian. The Polian were believed to have Iranian origin. Rurik died, and his kinsman, Prince Oleg, took over and moved to capture several cities, including Kiev. He captured Kiev from Askod and Dir and declared Kiev the mother of the Rus cities, and that was how the Kievan Rus was born. Kievan Rus was an empire from the 9th to the 13th century, which fragmented into what we know today as the modern-day Ukraine, Russia, and Belarus. The Kievan Rus expanded further under several kings and even accepted some new practices, such as the tradition of Orthodox Christianity by King Vladimir the Great, which is being practiced till this day. Eventually, the Kievan Rus Empire disintegrated in the 13th century. Now, after its disintegrations, we had invasions from Poland, Lithuania, and even other little tribes from Europe invaded the so-called Kievan Rus territories. Now, another thing I would like to point out, which Natalia told me, was that during those times they believed in giving birth to a lot of children. So one family could give birth to as much as 10 children. Now, the reasoning was that at the time there were a lot of infectious disease epidemic outbreaks, so not every child eventually makes it up into adulthood. So you kind of see my points. Multiple invasions, multiple procreations, these were among the factors that led to why the modern day Ukrainians actually have their DNA from different parts of the world, from other countries of Europe and even Asia. Now, I found an interesting video which proves my point. It's a video about Ukrainians taking their DNA samples. You're going to find the full link to the video in the description, but anyways, here's a little insight into the video.
35% East Europe, 33% Balkans, 27% Baltic, oh my god, and 3% of Finland. All my family was from Europe.
Что? 52,5% Греция? Это очень неожиданно. Это настолько неожиданно, что я вообще в шоке. Я могу претендовать на гражданство Греции? 52,5%. Я в шоке.
Ты была в Греции?
Я никогда не была в Греции. Никогда.
So I decided to go on the streets to find out for myself if Ukrainians actually knew that this was the most popular question on the internet about them, and maybe they also had some different answers to it.
Yeah, I think that there are a lot of beautiful girls around the world, like in different countries. So maybe Ukrainian girls and Russian girls are more beautiful because of the makeup, of the way of life they have. Because, for example, if you go to the USA, like girls don't usually wear makeup, they don't care about the style of clothes, and so on and so on. And maybe because of that, our girls like seem more attractive for foreigners, for people who come to our country from Europe, for example.
Окей, а девушка, скажите, как вас зовут?
Вероника. Я Янина.
Вероника и Янина, окей? Все, запечатлели. Окей, как вы думаете, какой самый популярный запрос насчет Украины в Гугле? Вот для для иностранцев, например. Что они вот...
Средняя зарплата украинцев.
Окей. Ты что думаешь?
Да.
Тоже про среднюю зарплату? Окей. So, should I tell them, yeah, the whole thing? Окей, короче, прикол в том, что они гуглят все, почему в Украине такие красивые девушки. Вот, и вопрос теперь к вам. Почему вы думаете или не думаете так, что в Украине самые красивые девушки?
Везде красивые девушки, не знаю.
Окей.
Ну, да.
То есть не только в
Каждый
Украине?
красив
Да.
по-своему.
Окей. То есть, а если сравнивать, например, Украину, вот Россию, Беларусь, вот СНГ, с, например, с Европой или с Америкой, есть какая-то разница или одинаково?
Ну, лицо, понятное дело, там разные черты просто, и, ну, так. Ну, да, и в основном, я не знаю, у нас такие худенькие девочки, а там с формой, ну, красивые все равно.
Окей. А что насчет ухоженности, вот, стиля?
Ну,
и
это у каждого по-разному вообще.
Мы больше уделяем этому внимания, чем Америка, как вы думаете?
Ну, возможно. Но в плане маникюра в Украине получше все. Потому что там ужас.
Кажется, записывайтесь на ноготочки.
Да.
Окей.
Да так, я не знаю, в принципе.
Окей, хорошо. Все?
Многие люди говорят, что славянские девушки самые красивые, я тоже так считаю.
Окей, а как думаешь, почему? Какая причина? Почему так?
Не знаю, скорее всего, генетика передается по наследству.
Как генотип?
Да.
Окей, как вас зовут?
Кира, Соня.
Как вы думаете, какой самый популярный запрос в Гугле насчет Украины? Вот что иностранцы чаще всего гуглят? Как вы думаете?
Про отдых что-нибудь.
Окей. Как вы думаете?
Думаю, рассматривают разные места, куда полететь тоже.
Окей, возможно. Короче, самый популярный запрос — это почему украинские девушки самые красивые. Вот, а как вы думаете, это так или нет? Если это так, почему так думаете?
Думаю, да, потому что, ну, и они думают, наряды разные у нас. Наряды украинские очень красивые.
Окей, а если вот просто на улице девушка идет, она же не будет в наряде идти? С вышиванкой там?
Стиль, может, такой.
Окей, может стиль отличается, да? Окей. Ну, это, вы думаете, то есть это правда, да, что украинские девушки самые красивые?
Да, ну да.
Окей, все, хорошо, ну, спасибо.
Personally, do I think that Eastern European girls are the most beautiful? Well, that's debatable. I actually do feel that you can find beauty in every part of the world. And another thing I'm going to highlight is that beauty isn't just on the external but on the internal. So when we're able to accept one another for who we are, when we're able to help one another, when we show kindness to a stranger, that for me is beauty. Because beauty for me lies in our diversity of skin color, in our diversity of beliefs, in our diversity of our political views, in our diversity of our sexuality. I think that's the real beauty, and beauty means being able to unite all this diversity and being able to see through the lens of humanity and understand that we are all one humans and we are created by God equally. I think that's the real beauty. I believe you liked this video. Please don't forget to smash the like button. It's going to help YouTube algorithm to recommend this video to more people. And if you like to see more contents like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye for now.